Hello, mi gente. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna discuss Sanji in Jump Force. Word on the street is that Sanji would not be able to hit women in Jump Force because in One Piece he does not hit women. He has a self-imposed rule of not hitting women. And you know what? I don't like this gimmick. Okay, I don't like the gimmick because this is a fighting game. The roster is very limited as it is, right? You know, there's a lot of people that want X, Y, and Z character to make it in Jump Force, and it's never gonna happen, right? There's a lot of characters that are never gonna be in Jump Force, and then you give a character like Sanji a slot, but then he's useless against like the female cast that are in Jump Force, right? And listen, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here real quick because yesterday I didn't have this kind of frame of thought, okay? So on one side, I can 100% understand the One Piece fans, okay? Let's be real here. You know, looking at it from an unbiased point of view, a neutral point of view, okay? Not even as a One Piece fan. On one side, there's only 3 female characters so far that are announced for Jump Force, okay? Out of 37 characters, there's only 3 females right now. That is Kaguya, Rukia, and Boa Hancock, who happens to be also from One Piece. Right? Out of 37 characters, only 3 females. Now, obviously, characters like Medaka have been rumored to make it into the Jump Force roster, so that automatically adds 4. And then, I don't know what else is going to be DLC. Obviously, there might be some female characters as DLC, given the fact that we have, you know, shows like Black Clover with only 1 character, My Hero with only 1 character, and then like Saint Seiya has only 2 representatives. And you know what I mean? There's a lot of potential for more females to make it into the roster. So although only 3 are announced so far, there might be more, right? Okay, so from that point of view, what are the chances in reality that you're gonna run into a female while also using Sanji? Not very likely, right? Now, if you have Sanji as a staple on your team, right, meaning that you never really switch out of him, you know, you're always using Sanji on your 3-man squad, most likely at some point you're gonna run into a female, right? At some point you're gonna run into somebody who likes Kaguya or Rukia, and Rukia is a really good character, so I could see a lot of people using her, and then Boa Hancock, right? So, with that being said, yeah, it's not likely for this to be a problem, okay? I'll be honest, yeah, it's not likely to be a problem. The other thing is that I wanted to give the One Piece fans a little bit of my, again, unbiased opinion. From their side, I could see this being a cool thing, right? Because it's a little extra touch of detail that they weren't expecting in the game. So when they see the news of Sanji not being able to hit women, to them it's like, yeah, you know, that's kind of cool because that's how he is in the show. He's staying true to the character, and I appreciate the developers adding that because it's almost like a nudge to the fans of One Piece. It's almost like a little thing for them to enjoy and you know, immerse themselves in. So I can understand that. Like if that happened with, let's say, Naruto or something like that, I would feel that kind of way. I would feel like they really gave a fuck about the series that I love, you know? So from that end, I can understand it. But from the other side, right, as a person who's gonna get this game and wants to play it, you know, okay, let's put the scenario here. Why should a character have a handicap against a female character, right? Why should there be a handicap from the get-go for no other reason besides the character being female? Like, I don't understand Sanji being trash against specific characters because the matchup is trash against, you know, Sanji, right? I don't understand that 100%. Some characters have a better moveset than others because it works better than the other character's moveset. Understandable. There are tiers in every fighting game. You know, there's always bad matchups, good matchups. So I can understand that being the case. But for this specifically, it makes no sense because what you're telling me is that the character is only good or bad depending on what specific gender the character that he's fighting against is, okay? And I don't like that too much. Plus, you know, this is Jump Force, right? It's a game that has a very limited roster. So many characters are not going to make it into the base roster or even as DLC that definitely deserve to be there. but because, you know, Sanji's taking a slot, those characters might not make it into Jump Force. You get what I mean? So that's the way I see it too, from one side of the perspective. I see it as, you know, this guy got a slot, so why are they gonna add a handicap to him when they could have as easily just not put him in the game and added a different One Piece character or added some other character from another show? Because let's face it, in One Piece has 6 characters, Naruto has 6 characters, and in my personal opinion, none of those 2 series need 6 characters. That's just my personal opinion, because there are some franchises in this game that only have 1 or 2 characters tops at the moment, and I just feel like it's better if they divvied out the amount of slots per franchise a lot better. But that's just me, okay? So yeah, you know, I hate the gimmick, but from one end of things, I can understand why fans like it. But at the end of the day, I still don't agree with it. Okay, that's all it is. That's all I wanted to say. I don't agree with it. Yesterday, I was gonna do a rant just fucking flaming this stupid ass mechanic. But today, I feel like, you know what? Let's look at it from the fans' perspective. Let's look at it from the overall picture of the roster being so big, yet only having a few female characters. So yeah, it's not that big a deal, but it's stupid nevertheless. Okay, guys, I'm done.